Alright, since we know our properties of a rhombus, we can find different measurements from using those properties. So let's take a look at this rhombus VWXY. They want us first to find the length XY. We start by saying a rhombus has four sides that are congruent. They're all equal to the same. So when I'm looking, VW and WX are congruent, and in this rhombus. And those are our two sides that have an algebraic expression in them. So we can say they are equal by setting 6m plus 12, or 6n minus 12 equal to 4m plus 4. I'll show you this math over here on the side. 6m minus 12 equals 4m plus 4. I want to isolate the m. So first I'm going to take 4m away from both sides. I get 2m minus 12 equals 4. Add 12 to both sides. I'm trying to isolate that m. 2m equals 16. And dividing it by 2, m equals 8, which is what they have here. So now I get to go look at one of my sides, and I want to plug 8 in. In this case, they're choosing VW. So 6 times 8 minus 12. 6 times 8 is 48, minus 12 gives you 36. And because all sides of a rhombus are congruent, XY, what they're looking for, is also 36. Now I want to talk about these angles. So the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular. Remember, that's part of our definition of a rhombus. So I know WZX is a right angle, and so the measurement of WZX is 90 degrees. Now, I know it is telling me in my diagram that WZX is 3n squared minus 0.75. So I get to plug in that being equal to 90 degrees. So 3n squared minus 0.75 equals 90 degrees, right? Since that angle measurement is 90. Now we get to solve for n. Let's show you the math of this over here. 3n squared minus 0.75 equals 90. So first I add 0.75 to both sides. 3n squared equals 90.75. Now I can divide both sides by 3. I'm trying to get my n alone, so I have to get rid of the coefficient first. And this would be 30.25. Now I take the square root of both sides. The square root of 30.25 is 5.5. So n itself is worth 5.5. So now I want to go back to my diagram, and they're wanting us to find, if we look at W, V, Z, we see WVZ is 9n plus 4. And when I plug 5.5 in, WVZ equals 53.5 degrees. Now, I know that Vx bisects that angle. It cuts it in half. So I know both sides would be 53.5. So here they want us to say YVZ is congruent to WVZ. And I'm going to plug that in to discover that 2 times 53.5 gives me 107 degrees. So the measurement of YVZ is 107 degrees. Think about, as you're solving these, how you can use triangles and algebra to break apart these problems and find the missing measure.